Hello and welcome to Battle of the Beasts, battle number 68, the last battle of round 3. From the battle of Crab versus Noctilla, I've recorded all of these in one sitting, so I won't know if you disagree or agree with any of these victories until I upload them. Which will be today, but not this one, obviously. So yesterday then. So this is the final battle of round 3, having one last spot for the beast to make it through. Question is, which beast will it be? Will it be Ferno, the Fire Dragon, or Trema, the Earth Lord? Hello, my name is Adam. I am going to be the judge, jury, and executioner for this battle. And I actually do not know which one's going to win because both of these beasts are just as great as the other. Now, Ferno is a larger beast out of these two. And if Ferno loses, Series 1 will be out of this tournament completely. And if Trema loses, there will just be what was 4 beasts, now 1 beast in left in round 3. Yeah, and with that being said, let's get right into this. Obviously, it's a bit too late to say it now. I will say I hope you're watching this series in numerical order, so you know which beast is alive, which beast is dead. But after this battle, I will be giving a summary of round 3, saying what the top 10 beasts are, and who the top 10 beasts are, and also update to the series, which doesn't affect this, just causes a change of title when I have to, which will be around 78 videos in total, I think, maybe 80 odd. I'm not sure. It's a lot of videos that I'll be doing. That is here though. That'll be done. So 77 actually, yeah. So bits of stats. Ferno's the larger beast out of these lot. Ferno, I don't know if I said this already. Ferno was the slayer of Linka in round 2 and Fang in round 1. Trema was the slayer of Terra in round 1 by uprooting the entire forest, because I actually remember that battle for some reason. And the slayer of Kajin in round 2. I'm not sure if it was by doing the same thing, but most likely was. Anyway, the arena here, I'm thinking of a rocky terrain with the ground for Trema to dig in. So a rocky terrain for Ferno and Trema, so kind of helpful for both of them actually. And with that, without any further ado, let's get into this battle. So as both beasts exit their chambers, Ferno goes through the front door, same with Trema. Trema jumps right out and goes straight underground, ready to just hide him from Ferno as he comes out. Ferno flies to the centre of the arena and disguises himself as a rock, so then Trema can't see him. Trema, however, has felt that thud against the ground and knows where it came from, so he digs underground to go underneath Ferno. Ferno senses this, so just comes out of the rock ready for any attack. Trema bursts out of the ground, scratching at Ferno's scales, pulling on his wings and everything. Ferno tries to get away from it by breathing fire over Trema, just hopefully burning him and hitting him with his tail. Trema lets go because of the tail hit. Because of Trema's armour, it makes him a bit more resistant to fire than most other beasts, like Merca, let's say, more resistant to fire. Ferno is able to get away with only a couple of scratches and cuts on him. And by the time Ferno looks again at Trema, Trema's already gone back underground. Ferno, knowing that it's not safe, perches himself above his chamber, ready to find Trema, but Trema's not coming out. So what Ferno does is that he goes for the logical method and just cook for Trema to come out. Even though the fire didn't really hurt him that much, it can hurt him, just not a lot. It will cause him to come out. So Ferno takes a big inhale of breath and breathes directly into the hole that Trema has left. Trema underground is digging away, making a very thin layer of ground underneath the earth, let's say, and his feet starting to feel the heat. So he bursts out and is able to, and just jumps out behind Ferno, catching Ferno by surprise and pins Ferno down. With both of them colliding into the ground, this ground starts to shake and suddenly it just collapses underneath them. So Trema, yes again, has uprooted the arena. Again, I'm not even surprised about this anymore. Some of the ground has collapsed on top of Ferno as the as you do, has collapsed on top of Ferno as the splash-ish back from the dust and the ground when Ferno and Trema both landed and broken the ground, caused both of them to get buried underneath some earth, but not enough to suffocate them completely. Barely any, really. You can still see them if you're a spectator. Trema is digging his claws deep into Ferno's body and legs and arms or something, I don't know. Hold on, pardon me. And Trema goes to bite down on Ferno's neck and impales his teeth into Ferno's neck. But Ferno uses his head and just headbutts Trema away, causes him to let go, and breathes fire on the inside Trema's body, inside Trema's mouth, causing his entire body to roast up. As quick as he could, he recoils back and scuttles away to the other side of the arena. Ferno used this time to get back onto his feet and fly up. Again. Yeah, flies up again. Yay. Flies up, getting out of Trema's reach. Trema, using each of his 6 arms, picks up a rock and chucks them all at Ferno repeatedly and keeps doing that over and over again. Ferno is able to dodge most of them, but because of his big size, he does get hit by quite a lot, where eventually one rock ends up going right through his wing, causing him to lose balance and start toppling down to the ground. Due to Ferno's last-ditch effort, he is able to angle himself where he crashes right into Trema, pinning Trema to the ground, digging his claws into Trema's underbelly, not his up above where his armour will be there. And he uses his he just used his mouth and bites into Trema's neck and pulls as hard as he can whilst digging his claws into Trema's underbelly. Trema's using his arms to dig his claws into Ferno, just pulling as much out as he can, and Trema's also using his mouth to bite into the top of Ferno's head, just pulling as hard as he can. With pulling and scratching and clawing out that both the beasts are doing, there's so much blood gushing out from both of them. Ferno's blood is going over Trema, Trema's blood is going over Trema, and eventually Trema balls half of his arms on the same side of his body into a fist where he just punches Ferno off of him. And Trema lets go of his grip on Ferno's horn of his mouth and goes to bite at his neck, which he does, sinking his fangs into Ferno's neck yet again. Ferno gets his tail and hits Trema by whipping his underbelly, knocking his body back but not his head, and wrapping his tail around one of his arms, snapping it off whilst using his mouth to bite down on another one of Trema's arms and breaking that one off. Trema, letting go of Ferno's neck now, recoiling in pain and agony, just roars right back at Trema, whilst Ferno roars back at him, letting out fire. Trema, quickly as he can, curls up, protecting his underbelly, whilst his armour takes the heat. But whilst he'd done that, Ferno bites down on another one of Trema's arms and wraps his tail around another one of Trema's arms and breaks them off. Trema, realising he's losing more blood to Ferno, manages to scuttle away to hide from Ferno, and use his remaining arm, one of his pair of remaining arms, grab hold of one of Ferno's wings and just rips it off completely. Trema bites down into Ferno's neck now. Ferno's able to turn around to see Trema just going at him. And with what effort Ferno can, he lifts himself up and manages to fall back on his back, which hoping to crush Trema, but unfortunately that didn't work, but it does get him off him. And what Ferno does to hopefully finish off Trema, whilst Trema's roaring at Ferno's not roaring, just charging straight towards Trema again. Ferno goes to just pounce at Ferno, pinning him down, roaring in the meantime, having his mouth open, let's say. Ferno then uses his strategy to use his tail to hold Trema steady and breathe fire directly into Trema's mouth, burning up his entire insides. Trema tries retreating or getting out of Ferno's grip, but it's not working. Eventually, Trema's insides start roasting up to where Ferno has won this battle, and Trema collapses down to the ground, dead. Trema has died. He uprooted his last battlefield. And with that, Ferno has won the battle and has took the last spot into round 4. And that's the end of this battle. If you think Trema should have won, please leave in the comments down below why you think that. Unfortunately, what I say is final. I was torn between Ferno and Trema, as they're both great beasts and they both could have easily won. But I gave Ferno the victory as he did have the aerial advantage, even though he lost the use of his wings very early on in the fight. He still had the fire breath, which I'm sure Ferno would have figured out a way to beat Trema with it, even though his armour may be heat resistant. His underbelly and the insides are not. That's why I gave Ferno the victory. Anyway, that's all for this time. If you liked what you saw, and all of round 3 to be exact, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that little notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.